For this Global Dispute Agencies project, we decided to tackle the topic of human trafficking. One of the agencies that deal with trafficking is United Nations. The United Nations maintains international peace and security. It was created in 1945 following the devastation of the Second World War with one main goal: the maintenance of international peace and security. The UN accomplishes this by working to prevent conflict, helping parties in conflict to make peace, deploying peacemakers, and creating a peaceful environment. The UN Security Council has the primary responsibility for international peace and security. The General Assembly and the Secretary General play major roles as well. The Security Council takes the lead in determining the existence of a threat to the peace or an act of aggression. It also calls upon parties to settle disputes through peaceful means. The General Assembly, the main deliberative, policy-making, and representative organ of the UN. It provides a forum for member states to express their views on issues. The United Nations also protects human rights. The term human rights was used multiple times in the UN's founding charter, making the protection of human rights a key purpose and guiding principle of the organization. In 1948, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights laid down the principles that brought human rights into the realm of international law. The organization has diligently protected human rights through legal instruments and activities. In fact, there's also an Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights which is located in Geneva and has lead responsibility in the UN system for the promotion and protection of human rights. They also have a human rights treaty bodies, which is committees of independent experts that monitor interpretation of the core international human rights treaties. The UN is also specializes in delivering humanitarian aid. The organization is now relied upon by the international community to coordinate humanitarian relief of emergency due to natural man-made disasters in areas beyond the relief capacity of national authorities alone. The International Criminal Police Organization, also known as Interpol, it is an intergovernmental organization that facilitates cooperation between the criminal police forces of more than 180 countries. It aims to promote the widest possible mutual assistance between criminal police forces and to establish and develop institutions to prevent and suppress international crime. It is headquartered in Lyon, France, and is the only police organization that spans the entire globe. It concentrates on three broad categories of international criminal activity: terrorism and crimes against property, including crimes against children, human trafficking, illegal immigration, automobile theft, and art theft, and much more. Interpol relies on an extensive telecommunications system and a unique database of international police intelligence. They do not make arrest, however. Instead, they send out red notices based on warrants issued by member counting, calling for the arrest of specific individuals. The International Criminal Court. The Criminal Court is an independent permanent court of last resort with jurisdiction to investigate and prosecute the most serious crimes of international concern, namely genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, and aggression. The court is participating in a global fight to end impunity, and through international criminal justice, the court aims to hold those responsible accountable for their crimes and to help prevent these crimes from happening again. Human trafficking are global and widespread crimes that use men, women, and children. It requires transportation, recruitment, and transfer of people. Traffickers use violence, fake promises, or bribes as well. Human trafficking goes against sections of the Charter, including Section 12, which is, everyone has the right not to be subjected to any cruel and unusual punishment. Trafficking goes against many basic human rights, and it is also a multi-billion-dollar enterprise, and a lot of billionaires are also involved with the process of human trafficking, as a lot of money is earned through this procedure. The United Nations. The United Nations has played a major role with helping human trafficking. It secured anti-trafficking strategies in everyday policy. It also improved female education on trafficking and how to prevent it. Furthermore, it launched a protocol to prevent and suppress and punish traffickers. The impact on those involved. It implemented over 500 counter-trafficking projects in over 85 countries. It provided help for over 15,000 trafficked people and offered victims a safe and sustainable reinterrogation and return. International Criminal Police Organization. The Interpol has worked to ensure police are trained and equipped to identify human trafficking cases. It also helped to prevent forced labor, sexual exploitation, and forced activities. It also has specialist groups that focuses on human trafficking. Interpol has disrupted many smuggling groups that led to 53 arrests. It has also inspected over 1 million people for trafficking, saving over 775 people. 1 out of 5 girls that are trafficked are under the age of 10. 79% of all human trafficking is females, and 40 million people are victims of human trafficking. The International Criminal Court. The Criminal Court stops crimes against children, human trafficking, and illegal immigration. Human trafficking falls within the jurisdictional competence of the ICC as one of the Article 7 crimes against humanity, whether committed in an atmosphere of conflict or in times of relative peace. The ICC, while limited through its resources and capacity to change the trafficking in human beings landscape, nonetheless has the potential to contribute meaningfully to bringing justice for trafficking victims. Whether and how the ICC should get involved with prosecuting trafficking is a question that requires reflection and engagement from states impacted by human trafficking. Amending the Rome Statute to include human trafficking as a crime would be the first step to cope with modern slavery. The ICC does not yet consider human trafficking as a crime under the Roman Statute, and despite its jurisdiction as well as the globally pervasive nature of peacetime trafficking in particular, the ICC has not heard more of a significant human trafficking case besides with one in Libya, but nowhere else.